Hey there and welcome. Today, we are going to dive into one of the most useful ways to talk about the future in English, using be going to. In just the next few minutes, you're going to learn exactly how to talk about your plans and make predictions with confidence. So let's get right into it. So, let me just ask you a simple question. What are you going to do tomorrow? Seriously, think about it. Whatever just popped into your head, that plan, that intention, that is exactly what be going to is all about. Now, to really master this, we've got to start with the foundation, right? We need to look at its core building block. You'll see that every single sentence using be going to is built on one simple, really powerful formula. And here it is. It's always these four parts. You have your subject, then the right form of the verb to be, that's your am, is, or are, followed by the phrase going to, and then you finish it with a simple base verb. That's it. That's the whole structure right there. Okay, so now that we have the blueprint, let's actually put it to work. We're going to see how to build the three essential types of sentences, the positive ones, the negative ones, and of course, questions. Let's kick things off with the positive statements. The absolute key here is making sure the verb to be matches up with the subject. See how it changes? It's I am, he is, and they are. Getting that little detail right is going to make your English sound so much more polished. So what if you want to make it negative? It's incredibly easy. All you do is drop the word not right after the be verb. So she is going to attend just becomes she is not going to attend. And if you want to sound more natural, more conversational, use contractions like aren't. And how about questions? Just as simple, I promise. You just take that be verb, the am, is, or are, and you pop it right at the beginning of the sentence. So the statement, you are going to apply, instantly flips into the question, are you going to apply? See? Easy. Okay, we've totally got the structure down now, but the really big question is, when do we actually use it? Well, be going to really has two main jobs where it shines. Let's break those down. So it really just boils down to these two things. First, we use it for our plans and intentions. The decisions you've already made before you even start talking. And second, we use it for predictions that are based on some kind of clear evidence you have right now. All right, let's look at plans first. If you say something like, I am going to learn Spanish next year, it's not just a random thought. It tells everyone that this is a pre-existing decision. It's a solid intention that you've already thought about. And this is a perfect example of that second use, making predictions based on evidence. You look up, you see those dark clouds, that's your proof, right? So based on that evidence, you predict it is going to storm. You're not just guessing, you're using what you can see. Okay, this next part is a big one. A really common point of confusion for English learners is the difference between going to and will. I mean, they both talk about the future, but they do it in really different ways. So here is the main difference in a nutshell. Going to is for things that are planned. I'm going to visit my grandparents means you decided that yesterday or last week. Will, on the other hand, is for spontaneous, in-the-moment decisions. The doorbell rings and you just react. I will get it. All right, you've got the core ideas down. Now let's level up your English with a couple of pro tips that'll make you sound way more natural and help you sidestep a really common mistake. First thing, in casual, everyday speech, you're going to hear going to get shortened to gonna. I'm going to start studying. It's informal for sure, but it's super common. Also, don't get thrown off by going to go. I know it sounds a little repetitive, but it's totally correct. The going to is the future part, and go is just the main verb. Now, let's talk about the number one error I see learners make. Take a close look at this sentence. She is going to visited Paris. Do you see the problem? It's all about that final verb. And here's the fix. It's so simple. Just burn this rule into your brain. After going to, the verb always has to be in its base form. No ed, no ing, nothing fancy. Just the simple, original verb. She is going to visit Paris. Perfect. Okay, we've gone through a lot of theory, but practice is where you really start to own it. So it's your turn to apply what we've just covered. Ready? Here's a statement for you. You are going to paint the room blue. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to turn that into a question. Take a second. Remember that little trick we talked about for questions? And there it is. You just move the R to the front to get
Are you going to paint the room blue? If you got that, awesome job.
So if you walk away with just one thing today, what's the most crucial point? Just remember this. You use be going to for two key things: definite plans you've already made and predictions you're making based on evidence you have right now.
And to wrap this all up, a final question for you. What is one thing you are going to do this week? Think of a real plan you have and try to answer it using the structure we've just mastered. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.